Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Please subscribe.
Two that died in that crash this morning are students or were students here at Susan Moore High School. And when hundreds of students packed into a prayer vigil in the gym this afternoon, you could see the pain in their faces and the tears in their eyes. This community has a long road of healing ahead of it. This gashed, charred trunk is where 3 lives were lost way too soon this morning. Haynesville police say a truck carrying 4 teens crashed into the tree on Highway 91 at 1:30 a.m. before bursting into flames.
Initially, we can say that the speed was probably a factor. There's a pretty decent curve right there. We've had several accidents in the past.
15-year-old Kaden Britt, 16-year-old Dalen Jennings, and 15-year-old Evan Magana died in the truck. The 16-year-old driver was ejected and is fighting for his life. 3 of the students attended Susan Moore High, where an emotional prayer vigil was held inside the gym this afternoon. Principal Marcia Mitchell said, "With certainty, this is one of the hardest things we can face in our school and our community. Please continue to pray for the many days, weeks, and months ahead for the families of these students and the entirety of Bulldog Nation." Haynesville's Assistant Police Chief says responding to scenes where such young lives are lost can take a toll.
It's pretty rough on the police and the fire, having to see that and deal with it, and sometimes on a daily basis, and so it's just rough.
He just hopes the tragedy can be a tough lesson for other teens on the road.
I was 16 years old at one time, and you think you're invincible, but you're not, you know, and you learn that as you get older. Just be careful, wear your seatbelt, try to drive the speed limit, and just be safe as you can.
And prevent future families from feeling the same pain.
Just an awful story there, John. You mentioned you were inside the high school for that vigil today. Any resources being brought in to help students, faculty, and staff deal with this loss?
Yeah, Ian, at the vigil today, actually itself, they had former school counselors there, they had local pastors there, and I did speak briefly with the assistant principal earlier this evening. He told me that come Monday, when the students come back to school after this 3-day weekend, they'll have additional resources, including therapy dogs on hand as well. Live in the Susan Moore community, John Pappy, WBT.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Please subscribe.